I'm about to roll a whole book up. Yeah, my introduction is most of the times nonsensical. And when I make posts in my community section, that if you want to enter, need to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any videos. And additional coincidental, random, synchronicity powered material coming straight from the collective subconsciousness through hyperdimensional rifts in the 8-dimensional space-time. I forgot how I started the sentence, so I can't finish it in the right grammatical way. Anyway, just feel free to subscribe or not, because freedom, you know. So the thing is, when I share on my community section material like where I confront you with grandiose self-images and victimhood mentality, and I do it in a way that it is hard to distinguish on which side I am, or it will be hard for you to distinguish on which side you are, I do it to encourage you to reflect. This is the method used by the Heyoka empath or by the Heyoka shaman, which is a kind of an archetype that is coming from real Native American population, and they use a mirroring technique mixed with humor and confronting people, which is a highly therapeutic approach to confront people with who they are, but in a humoristic way, and making them wonder and reflect about themselves. So if I confront you with concepts of grandiosity and victimization or victimhood, and I don't give you a straight narrative line or moral imbued compass, I do it so that you start thinking about yourself. The thing is that authenticity and fake self-concepts are hard to distinguish. In other words, people who mimic and fake authenticity are quite good at it. It is like real money and fake money are sometimes hard to distinguish from each other. So to see an authentic person that has real self-esteem and self-confidence and a real personality core can be hard to distinguish from a person that has no real self-esteem but a grandiose self-image and no authentic personality core. At times, or in most cases, the people who have no real personality core are more intense. It's like they use makeup and have brighter colors. They are louder. They are more intense because they have to fake it and convince everybody that they are real. They have this need to convince you because they are not really they are not secure about themselves. They are insecure. Therefore, they need to project a stronger image than what they really are, and then they need to make you believe it so that they can calm down for a second and believe their own self-delusion. Something like that. So when I confront you with a picture that is unclear, whether is this now, what is this? Is this the good arrogance or the bad arrogance? Is this innocent arrogance in a sense of early Greek philosophy, where morality and virtues were seen differently, in a way that innocent arrogance would be a sign and signature of real powerful personality without any negative connotations? Or is it the same, or is it the arrogance that we would today talk of in a negatively connotated way, because it is rooted in a false sense of self, in a grandiose self-image that needs to be maintained in a coercive, forceful way using manipulation tactics such as gaslighting, coercive control, triangulation, and so on, which are powered by resentment, ressentiment, parlez-vous français, and also by death drive ultimately, of course, but by sadism and cruelty. So I feel like I will hone in closer on the concept from Professor Samvaknin about the cat people and the grin people. This is also a nice way to avoid psychotherapeutic, psychoanalytic language and weaponize it. So I would then speak of a cat person when I mean a psychopath, a high-functioning psychopath, a person that has both no introject and no object constancy and is interacting only with instruments and obstacles, and is only invested in a shared fantasy with their goals. Therefore, they are goal-getters. They are high achievers, and they are the cat people. A real representation would be Puff Daddy. And he tried to be a grin person as well, and he always failed. He can't be an artist because he has the shared fantasy with his goals. He is obsessed by goal-getting, and he is an organizer, a cold, detached organizer in the background. These people need grin persons, which are narcissists. The narcissist has only introject constancy and a grandiose sense of self, which means narcissists are not like the cat people. The cat person is after power. The grin person is after attention and is invested in a delusional shared fantasy with introjects, with people. For them, it's introjects only. A real person is an introject for them, an internalized object. It's not a real person for them, and they interact only with the representation of a real person in their own psyche, which is called introject constancy. So the narcissist therefore reaches people inevitably. They always reach people, and they always get attention. And if they don't get positive attention, co-idealization, they will do with negative attention, which shows their sadomasochistic way to extract secondary supply if necessary. So the narcissist has the shared fantasy with people, and therefore they reach people whether you want it or not. It is like a radiation, like nuclear hazardous radiation that is pervasive and invasive and inevitably extracts attention, positive or negative, doesn't matter. Therefore, artists tend to have these narcissistic traits because they are not obsessed, like the cat person, with power and their own goals, but they are obsessed with attention. And if these people team up, a cat person with a grin person, they are a very strong team. Therefore, Puff Daddy needed the artists around him, because these were the grin people who get the attention and can influence people in all-pervasive way, while the cat person in the background can get goals in all-pervasive way, so to speak. So it's people obsessed with power and goals, and on the other side, the grin person is people obsessed with attention and manipulation of people. And this is why I talk about cat and grin. Am I crazy? No, this goes to the concept of the cat from Alice in Wonderland, the grinning cat. And I will make another post on my community section conceptualizing her both faces, the cat face that is cold, detached and manipulative, as well as the grinning face that is charismatic, uncanny, and getting attention whether you want it or not, because it interacts with an introject of you whether you want it or not. You can't get away from the grinning cat. Okay? So I just had to clarify this, and that's all I wanted to say to you guys. We will in the future, I will make the picture clearer. I will not always confuse you and confront you with unclear images to make you think yourself. We will distinguish real power from fake power, and we will use Nietzsche's great philosophy. I'm really thankful that this man laid this foundation for us. It's unestimable, it's unmeasurable treasure that he left for us.